Hey, what's up guys? So today's gonna be a little bit different than the videos I've been posting recently. I realized that it's getting towards the end of 2016. Which means a new year, resolutions, whatever. But it also gave me a second to recap all the cool stuff that I've done this year. I think that everyone has been focusing on the bad things that have happened this year, but for me personally, my year has been pretty cool. I've gotten to meet a lot of internet friends, so I've gotten to travel, I've gotten to go to different concerts, I've met new people. This year for me has been a pretty cool experience, and I thought I'd like to recap kind of my whole year. So at the end of 2015 was my first year of college. We got our first apartment. That's where I am right now. Going into January, it started my second semester of college. Big event wise, I started off my year in February where me and my roommate went to a Troye Sivan concert. We went really early and went into the VIP line because we did get VIP tickets, which meant we got to go in the venue early. We ended up hanging with a bunch of the people who got VIP, went inside, we got second row. We were with a bunch of our friends that we had met that day. It was super fun. Troy's an amazing performer. It was I think that concert was the best concert I have ever been to. My first year of college, I was on the dean's list, which was super cool. During my first semester of college, I had actually been awarded some scholarships, which included in the springtime having my first art gallery show. So me and my friend Malia got the opportunity to show off about 6 pieces of our artwork in an actual art gallery, which was crazy. We had a whole room to ourselves, which is super cool. It was a great experience. Holly and I decided that we wanted to go and meet one of our really good friends, Morgan. So Morgan lives in Maryland, which means that there's a little distance in between where we live and where she lives. We got to Morgan's house, she greeted us, she jumped into my arms, then we went to bed because we were super tired and we had to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning because Morgan had a soccer game. We spent the next couple days, we antiqued, we went shopping at the mall, went laser tagging, and we went to DC the last night we were there. We went at night and we went and saw the White House, Lincoln Memorial, we saw the Washington Monument from far away. We just kind of went a quick tour of DC. Spring break was amazing. So after spring break, Tyler Oakley and Corey Cool were going to be coming to Marquette University where Tyler and Corey were going to speak and have an event. Then there was going to be a book signing afterwards because Tyler wrote a book. So my friend Sam actually lives in Milwaukee. I met her at the Troye Sivan concert earlier in February. So Sam ended up getting me a ticket. The night before, I had actually made some fan art for him, hoping I already had a signed book that he would sign it instead. We were ready to meet Tyler. We were ready to see him speak. We were at the front of the line, so we ended up going inside and getting front row seats, which was super cool. He was signing books and I had what was a rough copy of what is now his podcast cover art. So Tyler saw it when I brought it to him. He thought it was super cool and he wanted to work with it and get it to the point where he wanted to use it for his podcast image. That was a super cool thing. Tyler and I got to work together for a couple weeks until we got it right. I also got to meet Corey that day. I was the only person who got to meet Corey Cool, which is pretty cool. School then ended a couple weeks into May and I was done with my first year of college, which was crazy. So what did I do? I road tripped. I went to Indiana to go and meet my friend Brandon. We go shopping, we hang out, we meet his friends and do all sorts of stuff. But what I actually came for was that Brandon had 2 tickets to go see Ellie Goulding in concert, and he asked me to come with. We went to go see Ellie. It was super cold. It was outdoors. I think we were row 3, so we were really close. We were surrounded by some really fun people. Years and Years performed before her, and they were amazing. I had so much fun with Brandon. I had bought a ticket to Vidcon, which is a video convention in Anaheim, California. I bought my ticket early to kind of force myself to go because I've been wanting to go to VidCon since I was a freshman in high school. But I also went because a bunch of my friends were going. This was also the first time that I got to go on a plane by myself. So I flew from Chicago to Santa Ana, California, where I got to meet Paul. I met him in the airport. We landed about 15 minutes apart. Then we Ubered to our hotel. So at the hotel were our three friends, Monique, Mario, and Kisel, and they had gotten there earlier. We finally got to meet them. The first day we crammed so much in. We went to Target, we went swimming, we got our passes, we went to a concert. The next day started the convention, but also our friend Allison was coming that day. So she landed in the morning and her mom came, met Allison. We went to different Vidcon concerts. We went around the convention center, went to all the different booths and stuff like that. We watched people on the live stage. I saw Tyler Oakley again on the live stage that day. Throughout the rest of the trip, we were at the convention center, but we also went to Huntington Beach. It was the first time I got to see the ocean, which is pretty amazing. We also went to VidCon prom, where we were the best dancers around. Not surprising at all that we would be the life of the party. We all left on Sunday. It was super sad, but it was one of the best experiences ever. It was super fun to be on a vacation with all of your friends. When I say that this is the summer for internet friends for me, I'm not kidding, because my next big thing that happened was I got to meet my friend Colby, who's from Canada, and she flew in to Chicago, and so did Paul. And Colby was with me for a week and a half in total. She came for about a week and then left to go to Ohio to see her friend Natalie, and then came back for a couple days before she had left back for Canada. So Paul was here for the first week with her. We went to the water parks. We did fun things like mini golfing, we did paddle boating, we chilled a lot, which was super fun. We got to play board games, we played a lot of card games. We also went shopping when we finally met up with Holly because she was in Colorado, and then sent them back on a plane. Colby ended up coming back about 4 days later, where we went to the National Mississippi River Museum. That was super fun. It was super great to finally meet Colby. If any of you guys don't know, Colby and I have actually been internet friends for 3 years now. So while Colby was in Ohio, I actually went on a road trip with Holly. I know what you're thinking, McKenna, no more road trips. You've been on so many road trips. Holly and I traveled to the Mall of America, which I have never been to. Although I didn't get to explore much as it being the Mall of America and like actually shop and stuff in there, it was super cool just being there for the first time and seeing how huge this mall actually is. We actually traveled to the Mall of America to see some YouTubers that I have been watching for 6+ years. They produced and directed a movie. They went and traveled to 5 different haunted locations and spent the night. And so they were premiering it at the Mall of America. Finally got to meet them. They were super kind and they got to talk to all of us. My summer had finally come to a close. During my 3rd semester of college, I kind of was like more laid back, did some fun things like go to Galena for Halloween. Me and my roommate dressed up as characters from Stranger Things. That week we also went to our second Troye Sivan concert. It was just as amazing as the first one. It was a lot bigger, there were a lot more people. We got to hang out with Sam again, danced our heart outs, we sang our heart out. His concerts are really moving. He's such a cute little noodle dancing on the stage, and he is so incredibly talented. In November, after the Troye Sivan concert, I got to vote. I got to vote for the first time. The outcome might not have been in my favor for the election, but it was super cool to actually be involved in the election. So concluding my 2016, I would have to say that it's been a pretty great one. I met a ton of internet friends. I traveled. Resolution for 2017. Making more content. Try to do YouTube videos and vlog a bunch more, because this is also something that I started this year. I have always enjoyed YouTube, but I have never partaken in it myself. Thank you everyone for such a great 2016. I cannot wait till 2017, and if you haven't, please subscribe below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and leave a comment below of some of the cool things that you've done in 2016, because I'd love to read them and see what everyone else did this year while I was crazy and did all of this stuff. I hope that you guys have a great new year. Ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye.